India Group Public School Bhopal. Today we will discuss about Chapter 1 from your history course book, Our Past. The chapter name is Chapter 1 What, Where, How and When. What means what what the old people, what our ancestors usually eat. Where means where they lived. How means how they lived. And when means how they pass their time that time. Now let us begin. There are several things we can find out what people ate, the kinds of the clothes they wore, house in which they live. From the old monuments, we come to know about the many things how our ancestors live. They mostly live in the jungle. They used to move from one place to another place, and they they wore they mostly wore the bark of animals and the skin of the animals and bark of the trees. And we can find out about the lives of hunters from the digging of the old monuments or the old things. We find out about the hunters. Hunters means who kill the animals, herders who rear the animals, farmers who do the cultivation, rulers means king and the queens, merchant means vepari, and priests what they worship, how they worship. We also come to know about that. Where did people live? Mostly that time. Mostly that time, people have lived along the bank of the river for the several thousands years. Where they live? People have to live along the bank of this river. Along the bank of the river. Why they live along the bank of the river? Because in search of water, they have to move from one place to another place. In search of the food, they have to move from one place to another place. So they begin to live on the bank of the river for thousands of the years. Some of the earlier people who live here were skilled gathered. That is, people who gathered their food. They knew about the vast health of the plant in the surrounding forest and collecting roots, fruits, and other forest produce for their food. So at that time, people moved in a group from one place to another place because they gathered their food, and mostly people know about the wealth of the plant and their surrounding forest.